Welcome back. Well, amid all of the other issues we're dealing with in the run-up to Christmas, there's load shedding, there's politics, the most incredible rain in most of the country. For those who are able to go shopping, there's probably not very many, there's also a strike at one of the biggest shopping chains of the Christmas. Workers belonging to the Saccawu union, they're on strike at stores owned by Massmart, including, of course, Macro. That's after negotiations broke down at the CCMA. There's been several other bits of industrial action around the company, I'm presuming, about wages. Mike Tau is the second deputy president at Saccawu. Mike, good afternoon to you. Why are you going on strike?
Good afternoon, Steve, and good afternoon to the viewers. As you may recollect that for past few weeks we've been having a short-term, not prolonged strike, trying to bring the company to its senses in terms of the demands that are on the table. And last week we received a request from CCMA in terms of Section 150. They wanted to intervene. And on Friday we attended that meeting, and the company still put their own proposal of 4.5% and not talk to all other issues, and still emphasizing on us excluding our 249 of those members who are on managerial position. But with the advice of the CCMA at the Section 150, the CCMA advised us that the Section 150 is not about negotiations, it's about to compromise and meet each other halfway. And on those bases, we then drop our demand from 12% or 900 rands, whichever works out the greater, to a 7.5% and 630, whichever works out the greater. We then, on those bases, gave our position to the management, and the management, after a long caucus, they requested us that we should postpone or extend the life of Section 150 because they're still going to consult with their principals. We then agreed that we would meet, the parties would meet yesterday at 1 o'clock. We met yesterday at 1 o'clock, and the company again requested a caucus of about 2 hours. After the caucus of 2 hours, they still maintain that they didn't understand our position. They don't have a mandate, and they are going to seek a mandate. They will be meeting the executives on Wednesday next week, and they propose that we should meet in the afternoon of the 19th. But what surprised us this morning is that we received some messages which were sent by the company to individual members that as far as they are concerned, the negotiations have been closed for 2020 because they think that the union is not interested in resolving the dispute. But we were surprised and taken aback because we have put our proposal. They have not responded to our revised position up until now.
So just to be clear, do you believe then that the company's been negotiating in bad faith? Negotiating with you on the one hand, and then telling workers that negotiations are over?
Yes, that is exactly what we believe in, because initially they didn't want even to come for Section 150. They were saying because we have issued them with 48 hours notice of one-day strike, which is taking place tomorrow. And we wrote back to them and said, no, look, we'll suspend the strike during the process of Section 150 so that we want to indicate that we seriously want to resolve the impasse. But however, we came to a conclusion that the company is not serious and is not negotiating in good faith. Because it's not only yesterday, they have been coercing our members to resign from the union and say, you'll only get the 4.5% if you want it, and back pay for 9 months. You must first resign from the union, and then you can get that increment of 4.5 and resign from the union. So we believe that they've been doing other things behind our backs while we've been open to them and be calling them to come to the table so that we must resolve this matter.
Okay. There's a lot of things going on here. It is Wednesday today. From Friday, Saturday and Sunday, probably the biggest shopping weekend of the year. Are you going to be able to close stores down if you go on strike? I mean, you are going to go on strike. Are you going to close stores?
Yeah. By the way, you'll know that Massmart is now 100% owned by your American Walmart from the 1st of November. And what we have done now, because the law permits us, the law allows us to apply for a secondary strike. Tomorrow we won't only be striking at Macro, we'll be striking at Cambridge, Rhino Cash and Carry, Brown Wares, Builders Warehouse, and all other subsidiary companies under the umbrella of Massmart. We believe that it is a peak period, and we believe that we will make an impact in our one-day strike tomorrow.
Walmart is a famous company. It's famous also because it doesn't like unions, like other big American companies. Do you think that's part of the attitude of management?
We believe that is the attitude of the management, with the arrogance that they have displayed today, and outrightly say the negotiations for 2020 have been closed. We believe that Walmart is they believe in free trade with no union involved, and they believe in no labor relations. Unfortunately, in South Africa, we've got the labor relations, and we believe that for as long as we follow the Labor Relation Act to the latter, and we are not on the wrong side of the law, we will be able to face this giant called Walmart.
Mike Tau, thank you. Second Deputy President at Saccawu, I really appreciate the time. Thank you.